Hello guys, it's Dale here with Swing Levels commentary for October 2017. Let's start with Australian dollar, Swiss franc. There is one older long level that I like to trade. It's at 73.43, right there. The reason for that long level are those volumes that got accumulated in this sideways price action area. You can see that there were two rejections of lower prices, and after that there was strong buying activity, indicating that those volumes were most likely volumes of strong buyers accumulating their volumes there and finally pushing the price upwards. If we zoom it into 30-minute chart right there, you can see this volume accumulation in this area, a rejection of lower prices and strong buying activity. You can see that the majority of volumes are right there in this area. So for that reason I think that it's pretty strong long level. Stop loss for that trade will be at this low at 72.69, and profit target will be approximately at 74.17. Let's have a look at the Australian dollar, Japanese yen. There are two levels that I like to trade. The first one is a shorter level from 89.25, and the reason for that shorter level is this strong rejection of higher prices, indicating very aggressive and strong sellers. I think that those sellers were adding to their selling positions right there at this volume cluster, and for that reason I think that it'll be most aggressive in this area. And there are two ways to trade that level. Either you can wait for a pullback and have a stop loss right there at 89.68 with profit target at 88.81, or if you want to be more conservative, and you can have stop loss at 90.30 and profit target at 88.18. My second level that I'd like to trade on the Australian dollar Japanese yen is a long trade at 84.35, right there. The reason for that are those volumes that got accumulated in this area during this strong buying activity. Because of this strong buying activity, I think that those volumes were volumes of strong buyers adding to their positions and pushing the price upwards. You can notice that my level is a little bit lower than the heaviest volumes in this area. The reason is that I think that if the price comes right there to this area, it will most likely close the volume vacuum right there. This is the volume vacuum, and for that reason I have my level a little bit lower than that. Stop loss for that trade is at 83.72 and the profit target at 84.98. Let's have a look at the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. There was a test of our long level from 09.75 since last time. Unfortunately the price turned a little bit sooner before reaching our long level, so for that reason I discarded that level. I wasn't trading that anymore. As far as current levels are concerned, there is one long level, it's pretty near, at 0878. If you zoom into 30-minute chart, you can see this. You can see rejection of lower prices right there, with most of the volumes in this area. So for that reason I think that strong buyers were rejecting the low prices, pushing the price upwards. I think that the buyers placed most of their positions right there in this area, and for that reason I think that if there is a pullback to this area, they will push the price upwards once more. Stop loss for that trade will be at 0832 and profit target at 0924. My second long level is at 0650, and the reason behind that level is this volume accumulation. You can see on the right side of the chart, pretty heavy volumes got accumulated in this area, and after that you can see rejection of lower prices and strong buying activity, again indicating strong buyers accumulating their volumes right there. So I'll be waiting for a pullback, and I think it will be a nice opportunity for a long trade from there. Stop loss for that trade will be at 0596 and a profit target at 0705. There is also a short level that I'd like to trade. It is at 11.99, and the reason for that short level is this rejection of higher prices followed by strong sell-off, indicating strong and aggressive sellers. I think the sellers were accumulating their selling positions mostly right there at those heavy volumes you can see on the cumulative profile. The reason my short level is a little bit lower than those volumes is that I think that the market could actually turn a little bit sooner after closing this sort of volume vacuum right there. So for that reason my short level is a little bit lower. The market may come to this area, but I'd rather enter my short position a little bit earlier than to miss it. Stop loss for that trade will be at 12.72 and profit target approximately at 11.26. Let's go into the Australian dollar, US dollar. There are two levels that I like to trade. The short level is at 80.03, and the reason behind that level is those volumes that got accumulated in this sideways price action area. This strong rejection of higher prices, indicating strong and aggressive sellers rejecting the higher prices, and the strong selling activity, again indicating strong sellers. I think that if there is a pullback to this area, those strong sellers that were accumulating their selling positions right there, you can also see those volumes right there on the 30-minute chart. So those guys will try and push the price lower from this area because they'll be defending their volumes that they put right there in this area. Stop loss for that trade will be at 81.03 and profit target will be at 79.03. My second level for the Australian dollar US dollar is a long level at 74.38, and you can see some pretty heavy volumes got accumulated in this area. After that there was rejection of lower prices and strong buying activity, indicating that those volumes were volumes of strong buyers. So for that reason I think that those buyers will defend their positions if the price comes back to this area and try and push the price upwards. Stop loss for that trade will be at 73.73 and profit target at 75.03. Let's go into the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Unfortunately, there is only one level that I like to trade. It's a long level at 84.29 right there. The reason for that long level is this volume cluster that got created within strong buying activity, indicating that strong buyers were adding to their positions in this area. So for that reason I'll be waiting for a pullback, and I think that those buyers will be defending their positions and they will become aggressive and push the price upwards. Stop loss for that trade will be at 83.20 and profit target will be at 85.38. Apart from that I don't really have any new levels on the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Let's go into the euro dollar. There are two long levels that I like to trade. The first one is pretty close and it actually got touched today before I was able to upload this video and the table with the swing levels. But hopefully the price will return to this level and we will be able to jump in. The exact level is 1.1756. And the reason for that long level is this rejection of lower prices followed by strong buying activity right there. Also, the euro dollar is still in uptrend, so that's another reason for going long. Could be a good idea. You can see that pretty heavy volumes got accumulated in this area. indicating that strong buyers were accumulating their positions and push the price upwards. So let's hope this is just not a correction to a starting downtrend. I think it's not. I think the uptrend will continue. So I'll be waiting, and if there's another chance to jump in that long trade, I will do it. I will jump in. Stop loss for that trade will be at 1671 and profit target will be at 1843. My second long level that I'd like to trade on the euro dollar is at 1414. You can see some pretty heavy volumes accumulated in this area. You can also see some strong buying activity right there, indicating strong buyers. And I think that those strong buyers were adding to their buying positions in this area. So if there is a pullback, I think that those buyers will be defending their buying positions and they'll push the price upwards. Stop loss for that trade will be right there at 1314 and profit target approximately at 1514. Let's have a look at the Swiss franc Japanese yen. Unfortunately, our short level at 116.56 got missed by just a tiny bit. So for that reason I discarded that level and I won't be trading it anymore. And apart from that, there's only one level that I like to trade. It's older level at 108.89. The reason for that is this strong rejection of lower prices, indicating strong buyers. I think that those buyers placed most of their buying positions, most of their volumes right there in this area, and for that reason I think it's pretty strong long level. So hopefully there will be a pullback and we'll be able to go long from there. Stop loss for that trade will be at 107.69 and profit target will be at 110.087. Let's have a look at the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. There is one short level that I like to trade. It's at 0.92. There are two reasons for that level. The first reason is that it was a strong support zone. You can see the price bouncing off that level several times. So it was a strong support. After that, the price blew past it, making it a strong resistance zone. So this is the first reason. And the second reason are those heavy volumes that you can see on the 30-minute chart mostly. And I think that those volumes were placed by strong sellers pushing the price lower. You can see some nice volume accumulation in this area, also in this area. And you can spot nice rejection of higher prices right there. And right there, exactly at 0.92, you can see the start of the strong sell-off. So I think that this place is the best place to go short. Stop loss for that trade will be at 92.77 and the profit target will be at 91.43. Let's have a look at the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. There are two levels that I like to trade. There is a short level which is at 73.17. You can see very strong rejection of higher prices right there, indicating strong and aggressive sellers rejecting higher prices. And if you look at the 30-minute chart right there, you can see that the heaviest volumes in this rejection were placed right there at 0.7317 in this area. So for that reason, I think it's pretty strong short level. And the stop loss for that trade will be at 74.34 and profit target will be at 0.72. The other level that we have is a long level from 69.12, and you can see some nice volumes accumulated in this area, in this sideways price action area. And after this volume accumulation, there was a very strong buying activity, indicating that those volumes were volumes of strong buyers. So I think that if there is a pullback to this area, those strong buyers will become aggressive and push the price upwards. Stop loss for that trade will be at 0.6818 and the profit target will be at 0.70. Let's go into the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Right now I'm in a short trade from 24.76 short level. My stop loss is at 26.62 and the profit target is at 22.90. There are also two short levels on the US dollar, Canadian dollar that I'd like to trade. The first one is at 32.16. The reason behind that is those heavy volumes that got accumulated in this sideways price action area before this strong selling activity. I think that those strong volumes were volumes of strong sellers because of that selling activity. And my stop loss for that trade will be at 33.48 and the profit target will be at 30.84. Very similar idea is behind my second short level, which is at 34.52. You can see some pretty heavy volumes right there. You can also see volume accumulation in this sideways price action area and the beginning of strong sell-off right there. So this again indicates strong sellers accumulating their volumes right there. Stop loss for that trade will be at 35.38 and the profit target will be at 33.65. Let's go into the US dollar, Swiss franc. There are two levels that I like to trade. The first level is a long level at 96.17. Now it's not that visible if you look at the daily time frame and the yearly profile, but if you look at the 30-minute chart and the cumulative profile for this area, you will see this, and you can also see that there were some heavy volumes accumulated in this sideways price action area, followed by rejection of lower prices and very strong and aggressive buying activity right there. So my long level, which is at 96.17, is exactly at the start of this strong buying activity. I think that those volumes that got accumulated right there were volumes of strong buyers that were accumulating those volumes and afterwards rejected lower prices and pushed the price upwards. So for that reason I'll be waiting for a pullback to this area, and I think that those strong buyers that were accumulating those volumes there will push the price upwards. My stop loss for that trade will be at 95.66 and the profit target will be at 96.68. My second level is a short level at 1.0057. The reason for that is this strong rejection of higher prices, indicating very strong and very aggressive sellers. Now, if you look at the price chart, you can see volume vacuum right there, and the end of the volume vacuum is right there at our short level. So for that reason, the level is a little bit below the heaviest volumes in this area. It's possible that the market will come and take those volumes and test those volumes, but I'd rather enter a little bit sooner, so I'll be entering at 1.0057. Stop loss for my trade will be at 1.01 and profit target will be exactly at 1.0. Let's go into the US dollar, Japanese yen. There is one level that I'd like to trade. It's a short level from 113.94. The reason for that short level is this rejection of higher prices, indicating strong and aggressive sellers were rejecting higher prices and pushing the price lower. You can see that most volumes were accumulated in this area, a little bit above our short level. You can see that also on the 30-minute chart right there. But I decided to place my short level a little bit lower at those levels, just to be sure the market won't turn earlier and I won't be left without the trade. My stop loss for that trade will be at 114.50 and the profit target will be at 113.37. So guys, those are the new swing levels. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time, and until then, happy trading.